So we're here at VZ Engines in Union, West Virginia in the new shop. Steve Vance been building engines for me for years. Built engines in Bad Habit several years ago. Took a little break from using him as my engine builder because he went to be a teacher at an engine building school. And now he's back full-time building engines for everybody. So this hammer's been in Bad Habit the entire season. Definitely won more races than we lost. It's been nice and reliable. Been beating the crap out of it in freestyle. Don't have any problems with it. We're just tearing it down, getting it ready for the 2023 season. Gonna send the mag off to System 1, get it freshened up. And this is the man right here from VZ Engines, Steve Vance. And we're gonna tear this thing down right now, see what we're getting into for the year. And like you said, figure out if I'm gonna be happy when I leave here or if I'm gonna be,
one of the two.
My wallet's gonna be hurting, so.
It's gonna be one of the two. Always is.
What are some of the things you want to look for when we tear this thing down that's going to be, what we're looking for?
Well, the biggest thing is, we had some issues last time, as you know, when we went through was bearing wear. The bearings actually hadn't wore as much as they went through the nitrating on the crank and wore the crank. And we had to send the crank off the shaft tech, have the crankshaft repaired. Everything went together really good after that. We got a better filter from System 1.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of the problem.
Yeah.
We just had trash in the oil,
Yeah, that thing's been working out really good so far this year.
I mean, all the oil looks good. The thing hasn't had really any blow by. So I really don't feel like we're going to see any of the issues that we had before. I think we may have everything pretty well under control, but it's only one way to
we'll
find
see
that
here.
out. Let's get into it.
All right, so about 30 minutes later, motor's all tore down. Things are looking pretty good. Got a little bit of bearing wear on the crank, a little bit of bearing wear on the rods, but nothing to be overly concerned with. Steve's got some ideas on how to make things a little bit better on the next time around, but everything's looking good on the crank. It's still spinning nice and smoothly. The journals all look good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, anytime you have a blown alcohol unit, I mean, it's a lot of load on everything, So a little more oil is the biggest thing. The main of our bearing wear is just kind of mainly taking the coating off because these were coated bearings. Took the coatings off. We had one rod bearing that did get enough heat in it that it was starting to lose its crush, which is, is definitely alarming. But we did catch it, and it's better than it was. So we're going to give it a little bit more oil. We know we got room to open up some clearance and give it some more oil because, as we were talking earlier, you said you got like 50 pounds of oil hot after a show at idle. So there's definitely, we can definitely give it some more flow there. Use a little bit of pressure when you increase the flow, but that's what you want. You need to have, in a perfect world, if we could really all have it and afford it, and they weren't so particular, we wouldn't have oil pressure gauges, we would have oil flow gauges anyhow. So, oil pressure's resistance to flow, it's not always a good thing to have a bunch. So, yeah, that'll be the next thing we do. It's hard to fix anything overnight, but you make it a little bit better every time, and then you end up with a pretty stellar piece. But right now, everything looks good. Everything else, a lot of the other issues we don't have. Pretty tickled with it. It's a good place to start, for sure.
So we have had one slight beginning of an issue with pressure building up in the radiator, which would be a result of the head gasket starting to leak. So a little bit of dark spots around where the combustion chamber is, showing us that we're not getting a real good seal right there. So that could be our issue with the head gasket. Everything looking good?
Mm-hmm.
Boostline.
On that, you know, a little bit of wear in there on the bearing, but not bad at all. These have
Clevite bearings.
oh yeah, we got Clevite 8 series bearings in here, coated. The diamond pistons in here with a really thick tool steel pin, so we don't have anything moving and flexing around. But really impressed with these Boostline rods, with how they've held up. You know, everything, the bolts have stayed nice, they've stayed round. The pin area still feels great. Definitely headed in the right direction. You know, that with a Cali's crank, it's hard to go wrong.
Oil's nice and green, nice and thick and green, just like it went in.
Yeah, and I mean, way cleaner than what you had last time. I mean, that filter.
The System 1 filter makes a big difference.
That thing's doing its job.
That and the Redline oil is really,
That
really
oil
impressed me
is
this year.
really combating itself against alcohol really well. It's not near as milky as you normally see. You know, your barrel valve's not that lean. I mean, it's not super fat by no means, but you got good throttle response. Everything works good. There's never really been an issue to even worry about trying to lean it out to save the oil from getting bad, because this oil really works well with it. And yeah, this thing's off to a good start. Our changes we made that you got going on is definitely working. So we'll give it room for some more Redline oil to go through there.
Yeah,
Life should be
yeah,
good.
hell yeah. My Redline oil from Lyden Oil Company. It's been some of the best stuff I've ever ran. I think it's working out really well.
Hard to hold on to pistons and rods that fall out of your hand.
Yeah.